Alright, Unity Radio. Real sound of the city, this is Dubzy here with you till 9 p.m. Been talking up throughout the whole show. Today we've got one of the most important and influential guys in the UK house music scene from over the last 10 years. Fuse resident and 7 Dials owner Seb Zito is in the gaff.
Yo.
How you doing, mate?
Yeah, I'm good, man. I'm good. I'm happy to be in Manchester, man. Happy. I love playing here, love being here.
Wicked, wicked, mate. So tonight you're playing at Joshua Brooks for Whippin. Yep. But I wanted to chat about the album first, if that's cool. Yeah, I absolutely loved it. It was your debut album.
Yeah. Yeah.
It came out last year. Was it April?
It was, yes, April.
Right,
yeah,
right. So.
Yeah, or March. One of the two. March or April. I think it was March. March, April, May. Yeah, it was March.
So how did the album come around?
Man, so I did that album like 2.5 years before it actually came out.
Yeah.
So I've been sitting on that album for a long time. And well, it was. I did an EP for Eats Everything Dan. Slapdash. I forgot what the EP name was, but yeah, I did an EP for him, and it did really well. And he was like, "Look, would you be up for doing like a 5-track EP, something a little bit bigger?" So I was like, "Okay, cool, why not, man?" Like that's at that time I was heavily kind of fusey sort of sounding, and so I just thought, you know what, this could be a good chance for me to kind of step out of my comfort zone and do something a little bit different. So yeah, I kind of locked myself in the studio for like 2 months, and I wrote about 25 tracks, and he kind of picked like 12 of those. Right. And I think 11 ended up being released on the album. So yeah, that kind of, and then COVID, it was meant to be released in I think it was the end of 2019, and then obviously COVID hit, so we delayed it. And then I was just like, you know what, man, I need this piece of work to be out there.
You need to get it out.
Yeah, I need to get it out because, you know, your kind of music changes and evolves so much.
Yeah.
So, you know, that was like already 3 years like behind. So, yeah, but I was happy with it, and I think it was received pretty well also.
Yeah, 100%. I mean, to me, I feel like it's kind of like a timeless album as well, because I don't know if it was intentional, you made it that way, but it was very UK music, influence that came across to me. Was that something that you wanted to do with the album?
Yes, 100%. Like, I've been in this, like, I've been a DJ for, 20 years. I've been buying records, maybe longer than that, 22 years. I've been buying records, and I've gone through so many different time kind of periods of sound. You know, I kind of grew up on garage, and then obviously being in London, you're exposed to jungle and drum and bass, and then grime and dubstep, and all of these things are kind of styles and sounds that I love. So I just wanted to show my musical history, and then just kind of put a modern twist to it.
Yeah, I think it came across really well as well. One of the things that I really loved about it was hearing on the intro like the Heartless Crew on Wiley samples. And the song was called Mission FM. Was like pirate radio something that was important to you when you was growing up as well?
Man, that was like, you know, like kids today, I guess, YouTube and Spotify, like the internet is kind of like your main hub and source for music. Back then it was pirate radio. Pirate radio was pretty much the only place that you could hear underground music. So yeah, you know, I used to play on pirate radio as well as a kid. So yeah, that kind of
did you play on Mission? Is that why you named it?
So I played on Mission FM. I started on Subjam FM, which I only found out the other day that Majestic, who's he's on Radio 1, and so not Radio 1, sorry, Kiss. It was his station. I didn't even know it was his station. So I started on Subjam, and then from Subjam went to I wasn't on Mission FM. I used to listen to Mission FM.
Right, okay.
That's what Heartless Crew started on Mission FM, and then I went to Unknown FM, which was more house based, and I played there for like 6-7 years.
Yeah. Did you ever go Sidewinder?
No, I didn't. No, you know what? I kind of ducked out of garage just at
before
that point.
It got to
that. Because I was more of a, you know, I'm a 80s baby, so the early mid 90s was like my time where I loved garage. That's what I loved, that 4/4 sort of sound.
Yeah, well, for us, like in Manchester, we obviously grew up on hearing the music, like you said, through pirate radio stations, but tape packs and stuff as well. That's why I mentioned Sidewinder. Yeah. So yeah, it was a wicked way to come across the music.
Mine was Sun City Garage City. Garage Nation as well.
Yeah, the Cosa Nostra, all them ones.
Cosa Nostra, yeah, man.
Yeah, sick. They were the days. So what was maybe a tough one for you to do, but what was your favourite track off the album?
Oh, you know what? 2 AM Lover. Yeah, I love that track.
Yeah,
man.
it was wicked. She smashed the vocal as well.
You know what? I did that track, like, I got sent her vocal from, like, I don't know what you call it. It's like people sell vocals and stuff, and I was like, that was originally 100 and no, it was like 80 BPM or something like that. So I don't know what made me speed it up and put it on a garage beat, but it just works so well. Like, you know what, man? I wish I put a little bit more into that, because that probably could have crossed over into kind of commercial success, I reckon, if I would have done it right. But you know what, man? Like that is something that I will do, or maybe on my next album. Yeah. So
wicked. So one of my favourite tracks off the album was "What's This, Seb?" And you reworked one of Wiley's classic rhyme instrumentals, obviously. Yeah. Is that like an idea that you had for a while, or did it just come to you like that?
Do you know what it was? I wanted to kind of pay homage to every kind of musical background and every music genre that's been created in London, that's been created by artists. So obviously, you know, there's a drum and bass on, there's a jungle track, there's garage, and for me, like, trying to infuse grime into house music, I think that was the best way to do it, because let's face it, like, Wiley was the head of grime, really. You know, the godfather. It's quite sad what's happened to him recently, but yeah, like, I know people like, maybe you should take that track out, and I was like, nah, you know what, doesn't matter what he said, you know, what he did, he was an idiot on what he said, by the way. It's, you know, it was very, very offensive, but he also played like a big part in that scene. So yeah, I kept the track on there.
Did you find it difficult to make it work? Because I'm a huge old school grime fan, so I've been wanting to hear like the sounds and samples in house music for a long time. So when I heard that, I was buzzing. Yeah. Like, did you find it hard to make it work? Or?
No, not really, man. I was just kind of playing about, and it kind of just come together. It's always the way in the studio, you know. It's trial and error, and it either works or it doesn't work, and I think it worked on that one. Yeah.
Okay, so while we're just on the subject of you producing, how does it, like, a typical day in the studio look for you? Do you have like a routine, or do you just go in and see what comes out?
Yeah, I don't really have a routine, if I'm going to be honest. It's more of just kind of like connect up and see what happens, sort of thing. I never really go in with an idea thinking, right, okay, I'm going to make this sort of track, because it just never works out. Never works out, and, you know, end up just kind of chasing your tail all day. So yeah, I kind of just sorry, excuse me. I kind of just see what happens and take it from there, sort of thing.
Wicked. And I've seen that you dropped a tutorial for Mix Tank.
That's correct, yeah.
Recently as well. Is that something that you're going to be doing more of in the future?
No, I don't think so, man.
I take it wasn't a good experience, and I haven't actually seen the tutorial myself, so, but...
You know what, like, it was actually pretty good. Like, I did the whole thing in like a day and a half, and it wasn't bad, but I just don't really see myself as that kind of person. I think there's so many more. So
we're not going to see any weekly posts on YouTube and that?
I don't think so, man. I think there's more skilled and talented producers out there that can do that. Honestly, I've fluked everything pretty much. I have. I've just, you know, I've just thrown caution to the wind, and just, you know, whatever you put your mind to, you'll achieve, as long as you put the work in.
Yeah, fair enough. I think if you stick at something that long, you'll get there.
Exactly. Yeah, you know, I've been at it for a long time, so.
So just before we move off the production onto another subject as well, how did you find it during lockdown? Did, like, not being able to go to the clubs, did you enjoy that time, or did it kill your motivation? How did you find it?
It's a difficult one, because obviously I had my daughter 2 days before lockdown. So on one hand, I'll become a dad, and I was a full-time dad, and, you know, I got to experience all those beautiful moments that I would have missed if I was touring. Yeah. So in hindsight, yes, it was a nice period, but at the same time, it was financially crippling, and also,
I can imagine,
you know, and also creatively crippling as well. I just didn't know what I was doing. I wasn't very productive in that time in the studio, if I'm going to be honest with you guys.
Yeah, I think a lot of people had that. I was literally the same. I thought, right, nothing's happening for ages. I'm going to try and be as productive as I can, and then every night I just sat up watching Netflix, doing nothing.
Man. You know, I never watched Netflix or any of that before lockdown. Never.
Right.
Like, I didn't even really watch telly. I was like, if I wasn't in the studio, I was out touring, or I was spending time with my partner. So. Yeah, man, now I'm like hooked onto that rubbish.
Yeah, it can be a proper time for you, that man. So you started this year with releasing Lift Me Up and a remix of Jabelli's. So what you've got lined up for the rest of the year? Is anything that you can let us know about release-wise?
I've got a release out. I think it's coming out next Friday on Coco's label. Sorry, not on Coco's label. On Sosa's label called Coco. I've got that track Astra that comes out. Then after that, I have Jungle Love that's going out on Revival New York. That's going to come out over Winter Music Week in Miami. So that's a big tune as well, man. And what else do I have? I think I've got another release. It hasn't been agreed yet, but there's another release coming out on my label, another solo EP. And then there's going to be remix from the album on Edible. So there'll be remixes from, we're kind of negotiating that at the moment. But there's definitely going to be a remix from Dan from Eats Everything. So.
Okay, so
yeah.
So just on that as well,
yeah.
Like social media wise, for making your announcements and that, if people want to keep up to date, what do you like prefer? Are you more active on Instagram, Facebook? Which
I'm more active on Instagram's probably my main hub, and then I kind of share everything from that. But yeah, I'm not very good at stuff like that.
Same, but yeah, Insta's the one, and if you just link everything to Insta, then you're winning.
I tried TikTok the other day. I was like,
really?
I'm a grown-ass man. What am I doing on this, man? Like, dancing and all that, that's not me. No.
I need to find that video, man.
Yeah, I parked that, mate. I think I deleted my account as well straight after. So, yeah.
Fair enough. So you played pretty much all over the world.
Yeah.
What are some of the favourite places that you played, and like how do they differ to the UK?
Like one, Lost Beach. I just come from Ecuador like a few weeks ago, and you can play for as long as you want there. You know, you've got the freedom to play for as long and however you want to play. Like Cammy, big up Cammy, man, love you, guy. I think he gets offended if you don't play long sets, you know. So yeah, that's always good because you don't get to play that long. Space Miami is, it's like the best club in the world right now, I think.
How would you compare that to Space Ibiza?
Oh man,
you knew that was coming, right?
You know what? It's different because Americans like rave differently from Europeans. That's definitely different. I think European ravers, especially UK ravers, and let's face it, Space Ibiza was full of English, wasn't it? Really, you know, we go everywhere. You know, we kind of take things over. But European ravers are a bit more energetic with what they do. But yeah, there's a nice vibe in Miami. There's definitely a nice vibe. I love it there. Wicked.
Okay, so you're in Manchester tonight playing Joshua Brooks for the Mason Collective label party, Whippin Records.
Yeah.
How do you like being in Manchester? Are you a fan of the city?
Yeah, I am. Yeah. I do like coming here, man. I do.
Sick. What's like the maddest night you've ever had in Manchester? Can you remember?
Oh boy, I've had a few, man. I've had a few like after Sankey's, but you always end up somewhere after. Always in Manchester, you know.
Yeah.
You always end up somewhere back at an after party or back at someone's house. But I think I remember one time. I went to an after party, went back to someone's house, should I say, and there's quite a lot of people there, decks are out, and I think I changed my train like 5 times.
Cancelling it, like?
Yeah, I'll book another one, and then someone, why don't you just book an open ticket? I was like, oh yeah, okay, all right, cool. Booked an open ticket, then ended up having to book another hotel room.
Wow.
I ended up staying in Manchester for 3 days after my show, so yeah, I think that was the one. That was some time ago though. That was like a good 7 years ago.
So how long are you here for now? Are you here for a few days or just show on and out?
I've got to duck out early tomorrow, so you know, father duties and all that.
Okay, so on to Joshua Brooks tonight. It's going to be a big one. I'd seen on your Instagram you posted before you haven't played there since 2014.
Yeah, 2014 was the last time I
played.
And
so big shout out to George and Brian who are running it now as well. They've kitted the whole place out. They've got the void speakers in. It's sick. Are you looking forward to playing?
Yeah, man, I am. You know what? When I played in 2014, both monitor speakers ended up kind of one cut out. I was on one and then the other one went. So, but I was talking to Darius, and Darius said that he's helped with the whole.
Yeah, he's been massively involved with it.
Yeah, and I know Darius well, and he's a stickler for sounds, just like Enzo is. So, I'm really looking forward to testing that sound system out.
Wicked. And Joshua Brooks is more of like an intimate venue as opposed to like Super Club. Do you prefer these like small kind of gigs where you can get more involved with the crowd?
Oh yeah, man, definitely.
Yeah, I thought so.
Definitely, man. I'm a people connector. I like connecting with people. Don't get me wrong. Those big shows are great. Like you kind of get to do things a little bit different. But for me, my heart and my soul is in the small, darker clubs. Like anything under 1,000 people in a dark room. Yeah, that's me.
Sick.
That's me.
So is there any plans for the set tonight, or are you just going to get there and see what the vibe is?
Yeah, I don't ever plan. Like, obviously, I plan my music in a way that I know what I'm playing, but yeah, I just go by the crowds, like, see what they're feeling and then take it from there sort of thing. But I'm always going to do my sort of sound, and then like the backbone of my sets will always be my music, and then I'll piece everything around it.
Wicked. Have you played at a Mason night before as well?
No, I haven't. No, this is the first time, man. I love those guys as well, man. They remind me of me when I was younger, so I've got a lot of love and respect for those boys. So.
Yeah, they always have a wicked crowd as well, so I'm sure you're going to be in for that.
Yeah, I've seen videos and stuff, so yeah, I'm proper hyped, man. I can't wait. Can't wait.
All right, people, you heard it there. Like, if you want to get down there tonight, I think there may be just a few tickets left on the website. Head to it, joshuabrooks.co.uk. Seb, are we going to play some music? Have we got time?
What's the time? How long have we got? I can drop a couple of like exclusives and stuff.
Yeah, wicked. Let's let this track play out. We got a vibe from the album, and then I think we're going to get into an exclusive, and we'll wrap it up.
Okay, lovely, nice one.
Wicked. Nice one for passing through, Rob. Let's get into it.